Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to the Nexus Gaming Series. We finally made it into our final best of three of the evening. Division D West, between the members of Randy Newman versus the members of the Spoilers. This is going to be, as I said, a best of three series for our Season 8. I cannot believe we've had 8 seasons. I've been casting for 7 of them? I did not cast season 1 of NGS, and I started in season 2. It's been a wild ride, but with all that, let's find out why we're on Cursed Hollow. The home team this evening is going to be Randy Newman. They won the coin flip, opting for map pick priority. Volskaya and Alterac Pass were banned out by the members of the Spoilers. Randy Newman and friends decided to ban out Dragonshire and Battlefield of Eternity, and we see Cursed Hollow as our first map chosen by them. Let's go ahead and get back, into our draft and see what we get here. Brightwing and Lucio going to be banned out. Joanna and Kel'Thas as well. I guess getting rid of the global factor is not a bad idea on a map like this. There's a lot of opportunities for Brightwing to really shine here. I don't know why I want to say shine. But Malfurion first picked. Okay. We are swapping to a different league. I'm really digging this intro, Hemo Santiago. I agree. It's shout out to This Is Covey, who made this and gave it for free to every caster in NGS. So I didn't make it. It was all This Is Covey. So shout out to them. Credit to them. They're an amazing person, and thank you for doing what you do. We do see that the Anduin and Jaina will be picked up here on the left-hand side. Poke potential from Jaina is really big for them, as well as Anduin has some good lockdown, and the Jaina can really get a ton of value on top of that. You have the Chastise, and then Jaina can go ahead and get the burst with the Ice Lance, Cone of Cold, and Blizzard on top of that. Probably a different order in casting those, but regardless, you are seeing that there is going to be a setup for a burst. So we'll see what the ban phase looks like, but we do have a Garrosh and a Dahaka coming out. So I actually really like how the members of the Spoilers come into this. Sorry, I just want to make sure it is the Spoilers. They're not showing too much of their draft, so like you can still go like Hanzo, Vala, Greymane, Raynor, Phoenix, Lunara, Thrall. Like there's so many things that you can go into right now. Maiev, Genji. Like there are so many heroes that you can pick. So right now when you lock in a main tank, bruiser, and your healer, it's a little difficult to pick at what you want to get rid of. So it's just like, all right, Vala's the thing we don't want to deal with in this game. Cool, we're just gonna get rid of that. And then I agree with this because you have Tongue Drag into Warlord's Challenge into the Root from Malfurion with the Rain of Vengeance. That's a rough go. So taking away some of that post 10 CC potential is a really smart move coming out from the members of Randy Newman. Now the Spoilers, looking at the opposing draft, they need a main tank, and what synergizes with the Jaina and Anduin? Probably an ETC. So I would actually look to ban out the ETC myself. That's a ban.
Need a light.
Just visible confusion. Visible confusion right now as we get a Butcher ban coming up. I don't think I've ever seen a Butcher ban. Also, Sarah mentioned it earlier, and I'm sorry that I didn't read it because we were just so chaotically moving through things. Yeah, I didn't realize that you were playing this Sunday, so I'm excited to be casting your games. I know Coffee, so now I know, because Totski and Big Scary haven't told me who's playing on their teams. I've just been slowly finding out through like Twitch chats, and like I raided Coffee one night and he's like, dude, I'm so pumped to play in your event on Sunday. I'm like, you're playing in my event? Cool. So we do have the Hanzo and Lunara on the right-hand side. This is what I was talking about, poke potential, as well as Anduin into a Lunara. I actually feel like Anduin might struggle a little bit with the Lunara poison over time, the damage over time from Lunara. We'll see, but Mal'Ganis is going to be picked up. That does pair into the Blaze Malthael, so they're going they're going to step up into this team and try and push into the backline while Jaina and Anduin kind of follow behind them and trying to just funnel in the damage behind the Blaze, Mal'Ganis, and the Malthael. I love how the team fights are going to be shaping up in this game because they've got a lot of control and slow play coming out from the Spoilers. I overall, from both teams, I think this is an amazing start for our game 1 for our best of 3 series. And I just want once again, thank you all for hanging out. Thank you for supporting stream. Thank you for being here. And I hope you're having a wonderful night, everybody. I got to run out today and I ran out today and ran literally into the forest and chopped down a tree for my Christmas tree. If you'd like to see a photo of it, it's on my Twitter or in my Discord. You can join both, or I guess join the Discord, follow on Twitter. But if you do join the Discord, I don't use everyone, I don't use here, so it's a good way to kind of keep up on some of the stuff that's happening. I do have a replay request channel where it's actually a Google Doc where you can actually upload based on if it's quick match, Storm League, unranked, or a best of 3 series. I haven't figured out how to do a best of 5 yet because there's a file upload limit, and it's like, it basically is like, it's like, do you want to allow 10 megabytes? And I'm like, no, I need 20. And they're like, okay, 100. And I'm like, well, no, that's all my storage. Ooh. And I almost knocked over my coffee cup. All right, we're done flailing our hands around and our arms around. We're going to relax a little bit, and we're going to go ahead and get on into game number 1 of our game number 1 of our final best of 3 of the evening. Thanks for hanging out, and I hope you're ready for some awesome matches. On the left-hand side, we got the members of Randy Newman. Randy Newman is going to be on. This is going to be confusing. This is going to be a very confusing team. I didn't look at their names in draft. Randy Newman is on the Mal'Ganis, Blaze, and Newman, Malthael, and Jaina. Done. Right-hand side, the spoilers. We're going to be having Paper going to be on the Garrosh. Salamander. I was trying to make sure I say this correct earlier. Salamander is going to be on the Dahaka. Stitch is going to be on the Hanzo. Tyranny? Yeah, I guess Tyranny will be on the Malfurion. We have Balls Raccoon on the Lunara. And that's your team for the spoilers. Okay, all right. These team names, Division D, thank you so much for having some of the best team names and player names. Just an entire team name of just Randy Newman. It's going to be great for me because I'm not going to need to be like, oh, wait, no, sorry, excuse me. There's Nandy Ruman. Oh, God. Is there only one that's backwards like that? There's Randy Newman. Okay, I didn't give enough value to these names. Holy crap! I thought they were all iterations of Randy Newman, just spelled differently. Not realizing that there's actually some punniness going on with this. I gotta say, Randy Newman. That's got my vote for probably best name on that team. All right, we're on Cursed Hollow. We begin just kind of our solo lane matchup between the Dahaka and the Blaze. Looks like Blaze is actually having a comfortable time up in this top lane right now, just going to be able to just clear up and not even really worried about the Dahaka clear into them. Meanwhile, in bottom lane, Randy Newman into Balls Raccoon. This is actually going to be really difficult for the Malthael player, in my opinion. I would actually consider swapping the Blaze. I would say swap the Blaze for the Malthael here due to the fact that Malthael into Dahaka would be a little bit more valuable and Blaze can maybe sustain a little better into this Lunara. Either way, this is going to be a bit of a rough go for Randy Newman in the bottom lane. Meanwhile, Anduin is looking to get a camp. Needs a couple friendly members to rotate out. Actually, we have Randy Newman. Oh my god, that's going to be... Oh boy, Randy Newman in this mid lane on we're just gonna go with character names. Mal'Ganis in mid lane is gonna be staying here and making sure they're gonna be able to soak up while we have Jaina and Anduin grabbing the camp. On the left hand side, we see Lunara breaking off and grabbing the Siege Giants. While that's happening, Malthael's trying to make just trying to get as much value as possible during this phase and just gonna back off. They do have On a Pale Horse, that's why you're seeing them move so quickly, but that's Garrosh stepping up into this camp. Paper is looking to toss some members around, but this might have been them stepping way too far into the enemy lines, and this is definitely going to be a Garrosh going down. First blood over to the members of Randy Newman. Randy Newman getting that kill. God, what an insane team name. I hope, like, honest to God, I hope they play Storm League or Quick Match or whatever, like, all together constantly, and people just load into that and see, like, all of the team being Randy, and they're just like, I wonder if they're 5-stack. So Salamander is trying to make their way out. Night Rush is going to connect onto them, but I don't think they have enough damage to finalize the kill, do they? Oh, the Tongue Drag's going to be right there, but Salamander is able to get right behind the gate with some 12 health, I think. Anduin goes over the wall. Flash shield onto themselves. Oh my god, if they can find Dahaka. Wait. Dahaka actually makes it out alive right there. Okay. Alrighty. Paper in this mid lane is going to be able to rotate around, Joan into the friendly team here. We currently have Jaina and Maltheo clearing up bottom lane. Objective will be popping up here. I actually completely missed the first one. I looked at the timer and I was like, 3 minutes 45. Huh. I must have missed the first one, and I absolutely did. Lunara also did go into Sentinel Wisp at level 1. I just want to highlight this really quickly. This is the entire range of Sentinel Wisp currently. Like, that is insanely valuable, and you just have to have the wisp sitting in a bush for 5 seconds, and it gets that increased range. So here we can see this is the base range. I know they'll probably clear it out before it happens, but there you go. You can see that it was just providing that much vision currently. But now we have a fight breaking out. This is a lot of damage onto Tyranny, who does go down in this engagement. That's going to be a leap of faith to save Randy Newman, as Jaina is able to still poke in from a distance. We currently have Nandi Ruman. I think I got that one right. On the Blaze is able to cycle out, but there's a lot of poison damage from that Lunara thrown onto quite a few players. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like they're going to be able to capitalize on that, and that will be channel in favor for our blue team, as they do have 2 tributes up. Bosses are going to be up here in about 20 seconds, so we could be seeing teams go for a boss play before the next objective. I believe it should be in this top right position. I might have missed... No, you know what? I missed the first one. I wasn't... Oh, okay. It's going to be in this position right here. Perfect. I kind of just like, I saw this one down in the bottom left position. I was like, I think that... Because the first one's, I believe... It's always mid-bottom or mid-top. So it makes sense why it's in this top right position. There used to be, like, there was, like, before they actually put these on the map beforehand, there's because they come in 3s, you used to be able to have to predict where it was going to be and set up around that factor. And that was actually a huge advantage. It was the same thing. What the heck is this game? What do you mean, what the heck is this game, Shadonis? Can I also say Team Randy Newman has the sort of team synergy that I wish every team would have? Because holy crap, their names are hysterical. I agree. I'm really disappointed that I haven't seen teams going into the choo-choo train. Like, they haven't been, like, choo-choo training into mid lane all grouped up together. Either way, we are going to be seeing Balls Raccoon grabbing the channel onto that one, and this is going to be 2-1. I'm still expecting them to break off and try and make a boss play, but it doesn't seem like they're going to be wanting to go for that aggression. Well, we are going to be having some 10 talent tiers rotating on in. Let's go ahead and look at some of the other numbers, get an idea of what the experience, damage, and healing has looked like so far in this game. We played against 3 of them in unranked, I think. Oh, nice. How'd you do, Carpe Felix? Diaka's clearing top lane. There's no way they're going Dark Conversion here. There's no way you go Dark Conversion. Carrion Swarm is so powerful. We actually had a really good Dark Conversion game yesterday, and you know what? I'll take that back, because Dark Conversion yesterday got insane value. Like, it wasn't like Mal'Ganis got like 1 charge off and it was like, cool, that was it. Like, there was probably 3 or 4 instances in that game yesterday where the Dark Conversion got in just one, like, insanely good value for them. Looks like they're gonna eat this curse, or at least eat this objective phase. They won't be taking a curse themselves. And they're just gonna siege him with this boss. Now, between all the members they have in this bottom lane, they actually should be able to confirm a fort. Light Bomb goes out onto Nandi Ruman, but they were starting to back off already, so a little miscommunication. Mal'Ganis does come in, and so it's gonna be 5 members pushing in. They do have a boss still here, and it's about half its health. This is easily a fort. They could actually back off without having to stay here, and they could go and clear mid lane, and that's exactly it. They might be able to play in for a second boss if they make a quick rotation, but they would have to give over this mid lane. They would have to give over this mid lane front gate, because that would definitely be going down to the stacked up wave that's already here. But boy, howdy do, is this already shaping up to be a fun one right now. It's 11-10 in kills, 2-1, excuse me, 11-10 in levels. That'd be wild if it was 11-10 in kills. 2-1 in our actual kills, as the Sea Giants are going to grab for bottom lane. We got Bruiser Camp for mid. I'm still saying, like, they could try and make a play for boss here, but it's just well, the timer on this is going to be, I was going to say, like, it should be popping up any second. It's a very low counter on that. Hanzo does get the Sonicer out, and they can see that Randy Newman is going to be rotating out of there. They do have that Sentinel Wisp over on the boss. But now look at this. I'm just trying to show vision for the red team. Really good toss, but they actually get the Maltheo over the wall. Unfortunately, they still get picked off in the end from the Hanzo. As actually, I believe it was the Dragon Arrow that actually got the gigantic kill, because there was a giant burst of damage and obviously 60 to 70 second cooldown right there. But both teams are looking for the actual curse phase here without their oh my god. without their Malthael, they're going to be playing this a little bit further back. This Mal'Ganis is stepping up, does find their way onto the Lunar, but the team is so very split that is going to be the Dark Conversion connecting onto... No one? Did it actually go off? I honest to God don't know if the Dark Conversion triggered. It was anyways. They actually forced the enemy team off. That was a very aggressive play from the Mal'Ganis. There was an isolation that was shot out from the Dahak as well. Lunar actually gets picked off from the Water Elemental. This will be curse phase in favor for the members of our blue team. Randy Newman trying to push on up through bottom lane. We've got Malthael and Last Rites goes onto the Garrosh and they find a kill during this objective phase and a Lunara before that. That is huge for the members of Randy Newman. This should be, I would expect double fort, but they actually no. Top lane is really stacked up with minions already, and it looks like Blaze is going to be just making their way. Do they have the little raccoon? They do. They have that little raccoon from the heist. But this top lane should confirm the fort. We still have 38 seconds during this objective phase coming out in favor for Randy Newman, and they might actually press up onto a keep front gate. I know that they want to try and get as much of the minion experience as possible as the mid lane fort goes down. That's going to be a dragon arrow out from Hanzo, but no follow up from the rest of the team. Water Elemental coming out from the Jaina just for some sustained damage as they're trying to back out of here. Blaze confirms the top lane fort. They actually could rotate away and look for this boss towards the end of the curse phase, and you can actually see them stepping up for that. Let's actually once again grab the vision for the red team as they are kind of in the defensive positioning and see how they're going to be playing into this. Balls Raccoon is very aggressive with their positioning right now, trying to look for a flank into this enemy team. They do have the leaping strikes, so they do have that repositional value. Dahak is going to be brush stalking in, looking for an engagement with the friendly team. I think they're afraid that the boss is going to be the play, and I think Lunara, she gets one hit off. Yeah, this is just a bit of a, everyone's trying to disengage. Really good toss onto the Blaze. Dahaka finds a tongue drag out of them. Light bomb comes out, combustion out from the Blaze as well. That's going to be a lot of damage on the paper. The Malfurion does use the Tranquility as well to keep the friendly Garrosh up and alive, but they themselves are taking quite a bit from the Jaina. We have Malthael rotating on in. Last Rites is up and available, so if they can find someone with below 50% health, toss it onto them. Paper will be the target. That's going to be the kill onto Garrosh. They find themselves a Malfurion, and that's just Lunara making it out of there alive. Woo! You boss after that one, 100%. God, I hope we play against them. No, you won't. This is Division D West, so I don't think you'll ever play against them unless you scrim. Not insane. Got their subscription. Little finger guns in chat. And Welly OP, I agree. Like, Randy Newman is doing a great job on this Jaina. Let's cycle through. Oh, no, we'll look at 16 talent tiers and then we'll cycle through the numbers once again, get an idea of what those look like. Nope, it was Silver City Brawl. We won, but barely. We had to do 3% of their core by ourselves. Oh! I had to speed through the replay of it. Oh, no worries at all. Thanks for actually giving me that information, though. I always love talking about people's games. Obviously, I've been casting for almost 3 years at this point of just Heroes of the Storm, so I like talking about this game. But we do have a mid lane keep going down. Really well played so far by Randy Newman and friends. Without their 16s, I don't think they're going to be able to step up into this. As I said, let's cycle through these numbers. We don't know what the Jaina 16 is yet, but we'll see probably by the time we get to the end of our cycle through the information. Bottom lane needs to be managed as well. I think Jaina might be rotating down there to deal with that. Boss is going to be up and available. They also do have a siege camp as well. Looks like Jaina might try and grab this on her own. She can get the majority of this. Actually, she might be able to get all of that on her own, it seems. But Anduin's here. Going to give her a little bit of healing. And bottom lane going to get pushed in, but they're so close. I think they're going to be easily able to clear that out before it gets much vision. Sorry, I wanted to jump over this vision, but before it gets much siege value in. Sentinel Wisp in the bush over by the boss. Are they going to try and steal this boss away? Mal'Ganis has seen it. Sorry, I keep jumping to the vision because it's always interesting to see like what they're seeing and how they're playing around the little bit of vision you see from there. What service do you use for replay uploads? I have a Google questionnaire on a Google survey. There we go. In my Discord. So if you join the Discord and you go to the replay request channel, there's a pinned message that's just a Google link. You can go there and it has 4 different sections. It has, you can do a best of 3 where you have to upload 3 replays. Or no, I think it maxes out for, anyways, please upload 3 replays because it just makes it more fun for me, even if it only goes to 2 games, just so that way I don't know. And then there's a quick match unranked in Storm League, so you can actually split it up, so that way when I do end up casting it, I can at least let people know, because some people do want to know sometimes. Great light bomb coming out from the Blaze as well with the Jet Propulsion. That's going to be a target onto the Malfurion, who gets picked off right there. Last rights over onto paper on the left-hand side of the screen. Salamander is going to be going down as well. This is going to be the Jet Propulsion once again from the Blaze, looking for Balls Raccoon, who does have a little bit of damage as they are trying to back out, but that's going to be Boss picked up in bottom lane. No Curse up and available, but Siege Giants in top, Boss in bottom lane. They should be able to confirm the front gate, if not, probably the fort, or excuse me, the keep. If they would have been full force Randy Newman, I'm sure it wouldn't have been so close. Oh god. Bottom lane keep goes down. I don't think they can end here, but they're thinking that they can, so let's see what happens. The enemy team has full health as they just all come back from death from their Hall of Storms. Core is falling rapidly right now. Boss is still up. Salamander is doing their best to just try and zone the enemy team away. Boss is going to go down. Huge light bomb out from Anduin onto, I believe it was from the Blaze, last rights onto the Dahaka as well. Core goes down, and that will be game number 1 going over to the members of Randy Newman. GG. Well played. Randy Newman is at least 70% of their full force. Oh, God. Chat, you're the best. Thank you for being here. Thanks for supporting. Thanks for hanging out. Like, seriously, it means the absolute world to me. I love casting for all of you. I honestly love casting for you all so much. Okay. Cool, cool. Double cool. Okay. Let's message the teams and find out what they would like to do. Leave Whisper with them. Show talents. Okay. Back to Bandit and I, and let's update our scores and let's get into game 2. Oops. There we go. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. I know what the map is going to be already. All right, let me just update my stuff. Okay, there's that, and then this was won by them, and we're gonna have map pick by them. That's gonna be that. Alrighty, we are almost ready to go into game, everybody. Oh, right, they all have the same portrait. Perfect. Invite to game. Makes my life a million times easier. Someone tell Blizzard to make the next hero Randy Newman. All right, I'll let Kyle know. Also, by the way, next week, I'm going to set some time aside. I know there's a lot of NGS games, but I think I'm going to set a little bit of time aside to try and do, you know what, maybe we'll do it over the weekend or something. I don't know. I want to try and find a good day to do some replay casts. Maybe we'll do that Sunday, like next week Sunday, the 15th. No, because I'm going to do a birthday party that day for myself. Maybe we'll do, I think the 16th on my birthday might be a replay day. I think that might be what we're doing. Randy nude, man? Gross. Alrighty. Twitch link. Let's get some R's and let's get into game number 2 of our final best of 3 of the evening. Well, hold on. Okay. I want to look at something really, really quickly. Nexus Gaming Series. It takes me to the calendar instantaneously. All right. Okay, no, never mind. I thought like maybe we jump onto a late game, but everything's casted currently this evening, so this is our last game. Alrighty. Going, good luck, have fun. Spooky worm. All right, let's push the button and let's get into game number 2. Let's go ahead and get on into our draft, everybody. I hope you're ready to make it over to Towers of Doom. Welcome back to the Nexus Gaming Series. My name is Bahamut. We have got the members of Randy Newman up 1 in our best of 3 series, going up against the spoilers on the right. And we are going to be going to Towers of Doom. And if you're wondering how we got here, I got you covered. The home team is going to be Randy Newman. They won the coin flip, opting for map pick priority in game number 1. While Sky and Alterac Pass were banned out by the members of the Spoilers. Dragonshire and Battlefleet of Eternity were banned out by the members of Randy Newman. Cursed Hollow was the first map, as I said before, chosen by them. They won that. They opted for map pick priority on the side of the Spoilers, so they will be taking us to Towers of Doom to try and take us to a game number 3. Let's get back into our draft and see what we get here ban-wise. And do we get any respect bans coming out from that last game? Because I'll be honest, that Jaina, I don't want to see it here. I either take that away myself or I'm banning that out. 100%. 1000% actually. While we actually are getting to this ban phase really quickly, I just want to promote the event that we have coming up this Sunday. At 5 o'clock PST, so it's 8 o'clock if you're on the East Coast, I am going to be casting a best of 5 series that we put together. There's the Jaina ban, as I said. That makes sense. I put together a best of 5 series between Totski's Frenzy versus Big Scary's Ducks. And Sarah, as she popped into chat earlier, said that they're going to be playing. Coffee's going to be playing as well. So we got some players from around the Nexus going to be showing up on Sunday. And it's going to be a best of 5 where we have every map, yes, every map, except for 3, going to be up and available for draft. And that is going to be Sandbox Curse Hollow, Sandbox Volskaya, and ARAMs. Those are the only 3 maps that are not allowed in the series, just because I feel like ARAMs is a little too cheap and, well, sandboxes are broken unless we do something memey. But we're going to get 5 fun we're going to get 5 fun games. I hope we go to a game 5. And I also hope we make it to, like, Blackheart's Bay, maybe Haunted Mines. I said Haunted Mines when I was talking to Totski and Big Scary, and they were and Big Scary in all caps was, I hate Haunted Mines. And I was like, maybe I don't let people map ban. Like, there's no map bans, and everything's open except for the ARAM and the sandbox maps. That's the game plan for Sunday. But if you want to see some fun games, that'll be happening at 5 PST. I will be, Cat Peach will actually be joining me on stream to co-cast, and we're going to be going back to our old Bush League days where we're going to drink gin and tonics and talk about Here's the Storm, and then probably somehow have like a 10-minute session of just talking about anime. That usually happens with us. No more CD Morales games?
I hear the call
What,
of
Purple?
the wild.
5v5 Morales? Oh my god, that'd be awesome. That'd be very, very fun if we could do that. But no, these are going to have full drafts and everything. We're going to go to a map. We're going to say Blackheart's Bay, and people are going to draft for it. It's going to be a really, really fun time. Like, I hope we get some Cho'Gall. I hope we get some Asmodan. I hope we get some Juice Pirates. Just some fun stuff. Like, I'm really, really looking forward to Sunday's games. But we have a match in front of us now, so let's actually dive into that, as we have an ETC Lucio Alarak on the left-hand side and an Anduin Rexar for the right. We are going to be going into our second ban phase, and looking at the draft on the side of the spoilers, they need a little extra. They need a solo lane as well as they need some extra damage. Me personally, if I'm the Rexar solo laner, I'm going to be looking to ban out the Malthael. Post 10, Malthael can sit there and, well, not always, but Malthael can potentially just stack off of Misha Bear with the last rites. There is the, you do have the Mend that you can put a little healing on to Misha, so you can counter that, but if you have a Malthael who's watching that cooldown and making sure that they do see that that's popping up, they're like, all right, cool. That's off cooldown. I have the Misha Bear lower than 50%. Get the stack off of that and get 5 seconds off my total time. So that's just something I've seen a lot of players do. Eric the only real hero changed my mind. Eric is so swift and so brave. You mean 15 versus 15? I wish. I wish we could load into Alterac Pass and just have 15 players just mash faces into each other. God, that's like a third of the entire hero pool, right? Because there's what 90 heroes in the game right now, maybe a little bit less. Either way, it's like roughly 30, roughly a third of the heroes would actually be in that game. That'd be cool. That'd be super fun. But the game would probably break. Anyways, Abathur was actually going to be picked up here with a Hanzo. Okay.
Honor, redemption.
I think they grab a. If I'm sitting on the side of Randy Newman, that team, I'd be looking to grab a Dahaka here. Dahaka pushes against the Abathur really well. The wave clears a lot quicker, so you can manage the Locust as well as the push pressure from said Abathur, and you also have a lot of opportunities to potentially even gank the Abathur if the Abathur does move out into the lane to try and physically. So, oh my God, yes. The members of Randy Newman are pulling out the Butcher, and the spoilers in game number 1 apparently did their research because they were the ones who banned out the Butcher, and I was like, that's odd, but no, a Butcher will be popping up here for the members. Oh God, this is why we cast. These moments are why we cast. This is going to be so insanely fun. I cannot wait for this one. Holy crap. Battle Royale HOTS? Yeah, I don't know about that one. It'd be cool, like I'd try it out. Medivh bird form AFK soaking lane is the only real hero. All right, let's pull this back over to me and Bandit. We need to move Bandit's camera up a little bit. There you go, bud. Do you want your hedgie? Want your little hedgie? Hi, bud. The game is built off the SC2 engine, which means, yeah. Well, so here's the thing. It's obviously built off the SC2 engine, but like, it still is a different game. Like, if you were to put 20 more heroes in this game, I think it would break. Do you remember back in the day when the MVP screen came out? And everyone's CPU basically exploded because the MVP screen like pulled a million resources from your CPU. I feel like that's what happened. That's what would happen if you added in 20 more heroes into this game. But we are in the match. Let's go ahead and get into this. We have the members of Randy Newman on the left-hand side. We've got an Alarak, Butcher, Lucio, Cassia, and a ETC. On the right-hand side, we got the members of the Spoilers. We're going to be having Abathur, Rexar. Let me rephrase that. Abathur, Misha, Nazebo, and Hanzo Anduin. This is a main tank Rexar. Main tank Rexar. I just want to point that out because I really didn't touch on that at all in draft. I was rambling about other stuff. Bandit needs a green screen. I'm working on something right now. I have an idea. But he's like at the same time like a floating bandit. I don't know about that. I gotta figure something out. Like I've toyed with it. He doesn't mind like laying on a green screen, but then he's also laying on a green screen, which is, it's gonna get hair all over it. It's gonna be hard to then chroma key. The lighting is completely different for him. So I'm thinking about something. I haven't figured out exactly how to do it properly or how I want it to look. So we're working on it though. We're definitely working on it. Look at this Bush party though, already coming out from the members of Randy Newman. Hold on, where's someone without a questing talent? There we go. I also want to keep an eye on Nazebo because they did go into Things of the Deep at level 1, so they're going to be getting that 20% spell power increase once they hit 100 stacks on their Voodoo Ritual. It is 10% at 50 and 10% at 100, and we did confirm a couple nights ago that it is 20%, because I believe there was someone in chat that's like, no, it's just 10, it doesn't stack twice, and I'm like, then why would they word it like that? And then we looked and we clicked on him, because we can click on heroes and see spell power modifiers, and he had 20% post 100 Voodoo Ritual stacks, so just something in the game. Also, this is an odd one for me right now. Abathur in the bottom lane. And the reason being is because typically Abathur pushes out top. And I feel like if the Abathur was pushing out top and helping the Nazebo push, that might be a little more beneficial for them. But right now we have Butcher just chasing. Oh, this is Anduin got just pulled out of position right there, and they will be the first blood in favor for the members of Randy Newman. You remember that when the MVP screen destroyed people's CPU? Yeah. Jazzy, what's up? Thanks for coming by, friend. I saw that you got 5,000. You got to 5,600 rank in Hearthstone Battlegrounds. I did see your tweet that you tried to get the last game. That always happens too. It's just like one more game. Oh, I took 8th. All right, I'm done. I'm gonna lose 100 points and I'm out of here. Hanzo gets picked off. Redemption stacks will be reset for them as well, and they do. And so For anyone that doesn't know, redemption stacks aren't like Medivh or Kael'thas with their baseline or their level 1, so like Convection or the Arcane Rift stacks. You only lose 3 stacks, or is it 3 stacks? Sorry, I know we have kills popping up around the map.
Be ready. You must capture them quickly.
Dying reduces the, it's by 3, okay, sorry. I couldn't, I thought it was 2 for some reason, but yeah. You only lose 3 per death, but you also, it's not the easiest to get these because you kind of have to step up into the enemy hero to constantly get them. They are going to be going for ignore all distractions, which is actually really, really good for them. You get the insta kill on a minion, so once you actually finish out redemption, you can actually clear waves fairly easily with a Hanzo, but you also get the increased range, which when you're trying to get redemption stacks, that's perfect. Also, if you have a butcher that's constantly sneaking around getting picks onto your friendly team, yeah, you're gonna kind of play from a further distance and you're gonna try and take as many talents that allow that to happen. They could have gone into some sort of Stormbow build, which would allow them to have that 30% increased range once they hit every hero once with the Stormbow, but seems like they're gonna be going into this redemption, trying to get that auto attack and also armor reduction, but they will be taking 8 points of damage to their core on the side of the spoilers. Randy Newman only taking 4 themselves, as we had a little charge going on into Tyranny, but they don't continue the charge. They just ended it early. Nazebo sitting at 37 stacks currently, a little bit on the slower side, but our levels in the early game do progress fairly quickly. So once we get into the 10 to 13 range, we should be seeing that level progression slow down a little bit more, and that allows the Nazebo to kind of catch up in those stacks. Typically, a lot of players that I talk to like to aim for 10 stacks per level. That way, when you get to 20, you have a really good buffer zone. You still can sit around, you can be missing 25 stacks and you can still be sitting very, very comfortable. So right now they're kind of in that pocket to be on point, or to be on pace if you are subtracting that out. Anyways, they do throw the spiders out, so they do see they're on this camp, but the rest of the friendly team isn't around to be able to take advantage of the invasion of this camp. Also, the enemy team stepped up, so they want to push in this entire wave with the sappers, as well as a great minion wave coming in as well. They actually could siege and take this entire front gate with the sappers. 1-2 into the tower as well. We should be also having a bell tower announcement, which will be in the mid position, I guess you can say, on the map. Hanzo pushed up bottom lane a little bit. I like how they're playing this. They're just pushing up the wave. They're not sieging too aggressive. They're just like, all right, we pushed up the wave. Let's back off, regroup, and get ready for our next objective. Really good Sonic arrow right there. That was the Sonic arrow that you needed, because I think they were starting to step up and think about that camp, but the rest of the team is starting to ping that they're coming on in. Actually, Abathur is the one who's pinging that they're going to be coming on in here. But this is going to be the Abathur in the top lane, and now it's 4v4, so they can make this happen. They see the Cassian top. This is going to be the charge out from the Abathur, or excuse me, from the... Oh, Abathur got picked up by the Cassia right there in top lane. Anduin will be going down. Randall Newman is doing their best to get out of here. Those spiders are dealing quite a bit of damage as they actually back off over here to the far side, gonna get the channel onto the objective. Zombie wall is actually gonna stop themselves, and they actually have ETC power sliding in. They're just trying to buy time, and they get more than just time. They get the shots, they get a couple stacks. The Alarak is currently sitting at 115 sadism. They also have the 10% reduction from the applied force. Let's actually jump over to the Alarak. I want to just check out where all their sadism is currently coming from, just to get an idea. So it's reduced by 10, 21% from takedowns, and 4% from show of force. That's actually... That show of force is already stacking out very well for them, but they're nearing the full stacks on heroic kills, because I believe it stacks to a maximum of 30 when you are getting heroic kills. They also went in for... Oh, they went for Counter-Strike. Sorry, I thought that was Deadly Charge, and I was reading the icons backwards. Anyways, they back off. They got that kill into Abathur, which is a bit of a setback, but now Abathur playing in a lane where they feel a little more comfortable. They didn't go into Mule at level 4 either, so they don't have that healing or that regeneration of their structures. We'll keep an eye on that as the game does progress, but they also do need to find themselves 10 talent tiers. It's 6-0 in kills, 11-9 in our levels, and this Butcher composition is just running around, just doing whatever it feels like, it seems. Last I checked about... Wait, oh. Oh my god, everyone's here. Cat Peach, Argy, how are all of you, friends? I've been missing a lot of chat. I really want to know, yeah. 7.4k MMR was the bottom. Yeah, it's a bit of a jump. Like, there's a Dota Underlords streamer that I used to cast with, and he's doing Hearthstone Battlegrounds now, and he's like 10k MMR, and he's like top 3, I think. Like, he's just trading places with someone with like 2 other players. But yeah, he's top 3 with 10k MMR in Hearthstone Battlegrounds. Also, he's a really, really good streamer. If you want to learn a lot, he's really good at explaining. Great mosh pit coming out from the ETC, but they have the Hanzo arrow to interrupt that right there. That's going to be Randy Newman getting very low. That will be a trade out on the Misha for the ETC, but they find an Anduin on top of it. Salamander does go down, but that was the copy. Nazebo got picked off as well. Randall Newman, once again, getting the channel right there. 4 more shots rain out in favor, excuse me, 5 shots rain out in favor for the members of Randy Newman, and that takes the enemy core down to 18. Not going to say the wrong number, I swear. Caster Math was kicking in. The chat is lit for real. What's up, Not Paradox? Good to see you, bud. I hope you're having a wonderful night. Stitch is just trying to clear out this wave as best as they can, but they're going to consistently have pressure coming on in. They have this wave in mid lanes. They'll lose a little bit of experience. Actually, no, Lucio is going to push off and try and make it here quickly. Randall Newman is going to be maybe helping them out, but feeding in these sappers is actually really, really important because you want to control bottom lane. Now, the next bell tower phase will be double in this top left-right position, and the reason I want to say that you want to control bottom lane is because rotating on something like a bottom lane bell tower or even this mid-position bell tower is really difficult when you don't have your own fort up and available. Because the fact that now your rotation into this is straight through here or straight down through the mid lane. Same thing with bottom lane. You have a very difficult rotation into that objective. So bottom lane is so very, very important to always control. But we do have 4 more shots raining out from the boss, taking them down to 14 core health. We're going to be seeing them rotate over to top lane and just they're running around grabbing camps and trying to apply pressure consistently. And this is actually a really, really good play. This is something that I don't get to highlight enough. When you have an advantage, instead of just trying to push face into a lane and just trying to siege constantly, this is, in my opinion, a smarter play. You're rotating around the map. You're constantly creating things for the enemy team to deal with and clean up. Bottom lane had a decent wave pushing up right there, and actually Abathur is physically soaking. You can see them on your minimap. The Rexar Misha combo is going to be clearing out mid lane, but while the rest of the team was dealing with the top lane objective, that's going to be the Misha Rexar getting caught out of position, and this is the exact example that I'm going for. Thank you so much, Randy Newman, for being example setters in Division D West. Rotating around the map, consistently creating things for the enemy team to do, you end up splitting the enemy team because they're trying to just constantly catch up, 1, experience, and 2, make sure the map doesn't get too out of control. And here's what happens. As everyone gets split, someone's a little too far out, doesn't see the rotation, they end up getting picked off, and now a potential double bell tower phase will be going over to the members of Randy Newman. The Abathur clone was already cleared out. Randy Newman themselves is very low, but Abathur gets picked off by the Alarak in the bottom lane. We do currently see there was a break it down from the Lucio as well. They're trying to get this channel. And the poke from Nazebo is really good. They're going to throw some spiders out. There were spiders in that jar this time. Rexar is back. Going to unleash the boars onto a couple members. This ETC taking a lot of damage. No break it down for the next 60 seconds as they mosh pit onto a couple. They turn around and say, Anduin, you're taking a dance. Well, it's time to go down. As the Butcher finds 2 kills and a bunch more stacks, Ball Lightning is going to jump around to a couple members. Randy Newman on the Alarak did rotate up. They currently have 128 sadism. As before, let's go ahead and just show you all where that's coming from. So they're fully stacked on takedowns, 8% from Show of Force and 0% from Rite of Shakir, as they also have 10% reduction from the applied force from level 7. With the enemy team losing a couple members there, they're going to go ahead and grab double sapper camps to push in through bottom lane. This is probably the best bet for them because of the fact that they can once again control bottom lane, and they're probably banking on the fact that the next bell tower phase will be in the lower position, but it's actually going to be a triple bell tower phase. I'm going to put you on my other monitor and get some work done while I look. Thanks for the lurk, Jazzy. I appreciate that, friend. Randall Newman is stacking. Yeah, I agree, Sam. 280. What is our auto attack damage for 509 per auto from the Butcher? Clone comes out. I don't believe they have a sapper camp here anymore. That's going to be a really, really good... Oh my god, Lambda Slaughter right there as the break it down comes out. That was the clone that went down. Sorry, I thought there was... I don't know why. I was just like, Salamander's going to get picked off. And Abathur actually reappears right there. Both of the sapper camps were cleared out, but this is a triple bell tower phase. They only need 2 to win the game. So they're going to rotate over, and I think they're going to be going for both top, left, and right. Lucio and Butcher clearing that out. They're going to hold a couple members down here. They find a pick onto Hanzo. That's actually huge for them. That's a lot of poke removed for the next 33 seconds, and it will be back up in 2. So they do have about 20 seconds that they need to buy during the phase, during this bell tower phase. But they also need to deny 2 out of the 3 bell towers, and that's a rough go when you don't have your full team. Misha Bear getting picked off right there. Newman is going to be getting the channel right there. Lucio on the left-hand side, and I think this is going to be the GG's already called out, and that will be game number 2 going over to the members of Randy Newman. GG. Well played. Gotta give Newman respect. They played it really well, but I agree. Like, that Butcher play was really, really good. But don't go anywhere. We're gonna do a short interview, and then we're gonna host someone over in just a second. All right. Tundra, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that, friend. Glad you're enjoying the stream. But we got an interview coming in from one of the players for Randy Newman. We'll ask them a couple questions, then we're going to host someone over in just a minute. So don't you... no. I love the follow-up question. I was just like, can we have all 5 come in? It's just like, I can't do an interview with 5 players. I'm sorry. Like, I legitimately can't talk to like 5 people. It just ends up being a zoo. But at this time, we are going to be joined by Randall Newman themselves. How are you doing? Congratulations.
Randall's my father. You can call me Randy.
You know what's funny is I realized it wasn't your captain because your volume was set to 100. That was like literally it. I was just like, oh, it's Randy Newman. No, it is. Honest to God, before we get into this interview, excuse me?
Is that because he's super quiet? You set his...
No. I don't use headphones, and I just don't want the monitor speakers to be... I don't want you to double up on stream, so that's just the only thing. But I was cracking up so hard when we got into game 1, and I thought all of your names were just variations of Randy Newman. I didn't realize that it was actually like small variations, like Randy Newman, like Nude Man. That one got me. Like, I was cracking up. But names aside, congratulations on your victory. How you feeling?
Thank you. We feel good. That was a fun first week of play. I mean, a lot of it was just kind of deciding on the fly. We had a few ideas about what we wanted to do, but yeah. We enjoyed it.
It was so much fun to watch. Now we go into game number 1. They ban out your Butcher. Oh my God. Were you surprised by them banning out the Butcher? Because I was really confused by that one.
I mean, no, I guess maybe a little bit. The Butcher got banned on us at the end of last season. We had some success with it during the season. It was just kind of like a comfort pick thing. We lost on it real bad at the very end. I did not play well on that, but maybe a little bit. They were definitely target banning our healer, but fortunately we had something else that we had kind of been trying that we were able to go away from some of his primary heal picks that worked out. So yeah, but then when it was open in the second game, we just decided as their team comp was coming together, it may work. So why not just go now? I
love it. Like, honest to God, it was so much fun to cast that in game number 2. Now let's actually jump over to game 2. Towers of Doom. It's a very like kind of, if the enemy team starts to build small momentum, they can really start to bring it back and get under your skin in a sense. Were you worried about that at all, especially with the Butcher composition, or even with their Nazebo starting to pop off late game? Were you like, we got to end early, or was it just like, we're in the driver's seat, we'll take our time, we'll play our game?
Not so much worried. I think the main thing was like, yeah, end the game quickly, because exactly as you said, Nazebo was going to scale really well. Yeah. The main thing was just like avoiding any abilities that they may take, avoiding opportunities for them to do anything that would like negate any of the damage that I was going to be able to do as the Butcher. So with Anduin, if he was taking like his protection or ult, making sure like I saved ults for that.
Yeah.
If Nazebo got big and then had his ice block, like that's going to be tough too. So yeah, it was mainly just like run at them and end it early.
You did an amazing job of it, and it was so much fun to cast and so much fun to watch. Before I let you run out of here, are there any shoutouts that you'd like to give? The floor is all yours, my friend.
Shout outs to our other Randys. We're like an 8 or 9 strong at this point with some of our subs and friends.
The Randys are just multiplying. Don't feed them after midnight.
We've talked about all of our friends, our buddies who aren't on this main roster this year, of making a second NGS Randy Newman team that I won't spoil any more about besides that. But
I like it.
Yeah, we're a legion at this point. Join,
The Randys are gonna come a knocking.
Yeah. You all got a friend in us.
Yeah. Oh God, thank you so much for that. Any other shout outs that you'd like to give before I let you get out of here?
Shout out to our team. Yeah, I like playing with these guys. Shout out to our opponent. These games are always super fun, and obviously to you. Like, thanks for casting this. NGS is like the highlight of, each season that comes up. These are genuinely fun to, participate in and have around. So yeah, thanks for being a part of it.
No, it's my pleasure, and thanks for the games. You all have a wonderful night, and I'm so excited to see how you do throughout the entire season how you do throughout Season 8 of NGS. But you have a great night, and congratulations once again on your win.